every single season for the last 4 years, it's been the Real Housewives of Philadelphia with that shit. None but fucking drama. It started with the Ben Simmons shit, and then all of a sudden James Harden, and then they need a clean house from top to bottom. I agree with E House. You gotta build around Tyrese Maxey, a diamond a diamond in the rough. You got him late first round.
Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to be late first round, but you got him. Okay, he's there.
What's happening? Another episode of Straight Game Podcast. You know, E-House, Mike Bibby, the other host, Ty Ellis, and we got my Ubuntu brother, a.k.a. What's your a.k.a., brother?
Shit.
Morris Chestnut?
Morris Chestnut.
A.k.a. Swamp Thing. No, my brother, man, we so happy to have you here, man. We just want to, get this off. Let me ask one. I'm going to ask this question off rip because this is the first thing that I thought about.
Stop right there. E-House, listen, bro. You can't be the host and talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a side with
Perk. I ain't finna stop right here.
Perk, you already know that, Perk. No, he's gonna run his mouth till he can't no more.
Red,
you know what, Perk? Let me congratulate you.
One quick question.
Let me congratulate you, Perk, on all your success and all your shit you're doing on TV, man.
No doubt.
Congratulations. See you doing good out there, man. It's good to see. It's good to see, bro.
I gave him his flowers, man. I done gave him his flowers already. He don't even water my flowers, so my flowers been dead. So I ain't even talk to him. But look, though, what I'm finna say is I want to get to this part, right? Because you cover the NBA and you do a fantastic job doing it. You know what I'm saying? And salute to that, right? So I'm going to give you some more flowers right there. Just don't let them die. What do you think about the East? How you think the East is going to pan out this year?
Eddie, you talk about the Celtics for me. You might as well just say that. Go ahead, Perk, and glaze the Celtics off for us like I do every day.
That's what he gonna do because you know he a homer.
I know.
Homer. You know what I'm saying?
I know he is.
Listen, they didn't kick me out of the organization. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, they because I'm non-biased. You feel me? They didn't kick me out of the fucking organization. But I'm gonna spin the block. They just spun the block, new ownership group. They say, Perk, we want to repair the relationship. I'm like, all right, cool. But now I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I'm big fans of the pod. Y'all doing big things, man. Real talk, real shit.
Thank you.
From a Hooper's perspective, I can't do nothing but respect it. The world respect it. But now you talking about the East. Man, to be honest with you, E-House, I haven't even thought about fucking basketball. Right? Like, this is my time to get away, dog. I work 10 months out the year, nonstop. Some of them 12, 14-hour days. I haven't, once they told me NBA is dark for the next month and a half, 2 months, I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I keep up with it. Obviously, you know what happened throughout the trades and shit like that. You know, the East, you got the Celtics, people are counting them out. I still believe that they're going to make the playoffs through the play-in tournament. But your top teams, there's, obviously the Cavs, the Knicks, the Magic going to make some noise if they find a way to score the ball. They can't continue to be a bottom 10 offense in the league every single fucking year, right? But I'm looking at the Hawks to do some damage, right? This is the first year in a long time that Trae Young has had the pieces around him that actually complement him, right? When you talk about long, athletic wings that defend at a high level, I love the kid, Jalen Johnson. I thought what he brought to the table last year before his injury, he was knocking at the door of borderline being the first-time All-Star. And now you add the kid, Alexander Walker, to come in and give you some punch and power off the bench. Quinn Snyder, pretty damn good coach. I think, the table is set. And if Trae Young don't, reach a agreement for as a contract extension, he really gonna be playing for something. So he has zero excuses not to go out there and deliver with this roster that he has for the athleticism, a couple bucket getters, and guys to make up for his weaknesses on the defensive side of things.
I'm surprised, Eddie. You think that they're gonna play the Celtics gonna go in the play-in? I'm surprised he let that ride, Perk. He don't let a lot of bad talk about the Celtics go on.
Oh, you know what? That wasn't bad talk. I mean, you got to think about it. You ain't got your number one player out there, and this is now, Perk. You could agree or disagree with this. You know, we know Jaylen Brown been talking about he want to be the face of a franchise, right? We didn't heard all that, right? All that noise out there, and guess what? Here's your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Here's your opportunity to show that you could lead a franchise. I think that we probably gonna be a 6 seed.
Who
you
is
know
we?
What I'm saying? The Celtics.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
The Celtics.
Who the fuck is we? Who is we?
What you mean?
Go ahead.
You see these things spinning back? You see them things spinning back there?
I know that, but I'm saying, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
You see them things spinning back there?
He said, "Who is we?"
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you got one with me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what I mean, they threw me another one when they won there. So
you and Scal, and Leon was on the duck boat, huh?
I was down. You guess who was else on there? Paul was on that motherfucker. Paul was on that motherfucker too.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
I know you fucking with me. Paul was on that motherfucker too. But I think that we could, a 5 or 6 if they play to their potential. And that's defensively. It's not about the offensive side of the ball. To me, it's the defensive side of the ball. If they're able to lock up, clamp up, and make it tough and get more possessions on that side, then I think that they have a chance to be 5 or 6. But if they don't, they'll be a playing team. Let me ask you this. If they are a playing team, this is the question I want to really ask you. If they are a playing team, right, do they break the Jays up the following year? Not this year coming up, but the following year. Do they break them up?
Well, it depends, right? And this is why it's a fine line when it comes down to Jaylen Brown and having the opportunity to showcase that he can be in the conversation with the likes of Anthony Edwards, a SGA, a Luka. And we know he got a Finals MVP. We know he got a Conference Finals MVP, right? But people are still not putting him in that conversation. The problem is that if he do get to that point and he's auditioning, like, is he helping the Celtics raise his trade value? Because I believe that the Celtics are still 2 years away, this year and next year. Because I think coming back off of Achilles injury, like we hear Kevin Durant speak on that shit, Klay Thompson, like a lot of guys saying like that's a 2-year process. Even though you're back in a year, but you're not back to your like elite performance of where you left off for another 2 years before you really get your shit back. And we see right now, like, shit, the Celtics been cutting back on money.
Hell yeah, they have.
Come in, they spend $6 billion. They like, fuck that. We ain't about to be paying a starting $5 billion. We got to get rid of KP. We got to get rid of Drew Holiday. We got to get rid of Derek White. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you look at a guy like Jaylen Brown, it's like he auditioned to show here number one. It's like, shit, is he helping the Celtics out, like, for his trade value, or what the fuck going on?
Look, and it's a hard thing that a lot of second fiddle guys, like, the Robin to everybody's Batman on the team, they want that smoke as far. I could be a number one guy. People don't understand how hard it is to be the number one guy. You know what I mean? Even like when you got Jalen Williams on OKC. If you put him on a different team to be a number one guy, he's gonna be a different player. Mm-hmm. The same thing I think with if you do it with Jaylen Brown. A lot of people ask for that, but when you're the number one player, it's a lot easier to score when you're a number two player because the focus isn't as much on you. So I mean, I think he'll get what he asked for, and you'll be able to really tell, like, okay, can he do it or not? Because a lot of people have done it in the past, and a lot of people have failed. So I think we're gonna get a good chance to see that. You know what I mean? He's a hell of a player.
Ask Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie really never been a number one option on this team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gilbert Arenas said something the other day that made a lot of sense. He was like, market value, market is real, the market that you play in, because he was like, replace, put Damian Lillard somewhere else. And one could argue like Dame Lillard been a number one option since he stepped foot in this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So one team you didn't mention is Philly. Are we just completely off Philly?
Down, off.
Oh, no, what,
Dookie.
think about Joel coming back healthy though. Does that change something?
He can't be healthy. He's missed 400 games and played in 464.
Is Paul George gonna be healthy?
That's what I'm saying.
If all three of those guys come back healthy, come on now.
They've showed us. They've showed us that they can't be.
You got to build around Tyrese Maxey. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at Tyrese Maxey and say, okay, what can we build around this young man? Because Tyrese Maxey is the guy on that team.
He's but easier said than done with the guaranteed money.
No, but he's the number one. He's the number two and number three option they should be thinking about. Then everybody else, you put them and say, hey, how do we make you work with him? You don't have to work with him.
Yeah.
Every single season for the last 4 years, it's been the Real Housewives of Philadelphia with that shit. None but fucking drunk. It started with the Ben Simmons shit, and then all of a sudden James Harden, and then they need a clean house from top to bottom. I agree with E House. You gotta build around Tyrese Maxey, a diamond a diamond in the rough. You got him late first round.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be late first round, but you got him. Okay, he's there. Joel Embiid just came out with an article, a month and a half ago, and let it all out. He basically said, I don't trust nobody in this organization.
Wow.
I don't trust nobody in this organization. We don't even know if he's going to be healthy.
Right.
He don't know it. He was like, man, I've been pressured to play through injury and all type of shit. What? But that's the importance of an agent. That's a whole nother discussion, right? Yeah. So these guys out here, they think, oh yeah, I could represent myself. It's not just about the money thing. It's about a guy that could go in and be the bad guy. A guy that could say, nah, my client is heading over here to go get a second option. Y'all not gonna make him do shit. But when you develop a personal relationship with the front office, we see how that shit just went with Michael Parsons and Jerry Jones ended up in a trade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you have an agent. But again, with Paul George, we don't know what Paul George's heart is at when it comes down to this hoop shit. I don't think Paul George still loved the game.
Ooh.
I think he love it. Let me correct it. I think he love it. I don't think he's in love. You can love something and not be in love.
Yeah,
that's two different things.
Yeah,
that's two different things.
That's what I'm getting at. As far as Philly, like every single year, I'm high on Philly. Oh yeah, they go do something. Joel Embiid, a special ass talent. But he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Moving to the West, Perk. Were you surprised that OKC won it? And I'm asking you that not because of the talent. I'm talking about you spent time there. And as a matter of fact, I was an assistant coach in Tulsa when you was there under Darko. So I've seen how things are meticulous. I've seen everything that Sam and his guys have put together. Were you surprised to see them rise up to win the championship?
I think I had the Celtics picked to repeat, but I had OKC picked to match up with them in the NBA Finals. But I wasn't surprised because one, SGA is a special talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's him. You talk about a motherfucker that you want to be the face of your franchise that's gonna punch you in the clock every day, that knows how to carry himself, that knows how to be a leader. And when you have a leader like that and you get a group of young guys to buy in at an early age to sacrifice, like people was making fun of they post-game shit where they get together, they bark like dogs, they throwing the towel and doing all that. But to me, that showed camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That showed guys supporting one another. You got a guy that was drafted, I think, 55th, 54th, and Aaron Wiggins came in off the bench and gave some huge minutes.
Yeah.
You got a guy like Casey Wallace who was coming, like, those guys were not hating on each other. So I wasn't surprised because they showed us that you gotta have great depth at the most important position in the fucking league, and that's the wing position. How you substitute two all defensive players and then come in off the bench with two more all defensive players at the wing position? So
Yeah.
you start the game off with Luke Dortz and fucking J Dub and shit. Even SGA he was damn near top
Yeah.
leaders in
Yeah.
steals. And then
Yep.
you come in off the bench with Alex Caruso. You coming in off the bench with Cason Wallace. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
real depth at the wing position. So I wasn't surprised. And then once I saw Chet getting to the floor of things after coming back off of that hip injury, I was like, oh, okay, he get it. But just being dogs, hanging their hats defensively, knowing who Sam Presti is.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's, y'all ain't gonna shortcut shit. They never
Yeah.
spoke about championships this year. They never said it. They never said we're trying to compete. They just said we'll stand in the moment, take it day by day, day by day. They did that shit, just kept chipping away at it.
Yeah.
So answer this for me, Perk. You played in OKC with KD and Westbrook in their prime. I'm a big fan of Westbrook. I mean, I ain't never seen nobody play harder than he is. And I got two questions. What is it like playing with them two? And where do you think Westbrook ranks in top point guards of all time?
So it was a blessing, seriously, to play with those two guys. Did they see eye to eye with KD and Russ? And no, they didn't see eye to eye. Was that shit different when I first got there from what I came from, as far as the whole Ubuntu type shit? Now we had arguments, scraps, debates every fucking day with the Celtics. But when I got to OKC, it was something there that I've never seen before, right? Like, for us, a bunch of young guys trying to find their way, but you know, at that time, you kind of had, each guy had their partners with them. Their partners was breaking up shit that could have been a lot stronger, right? And so they weren't fucking with each other outside of the court. But between those lines, it was there because they was that special. You know what I'm saying? So it was certain things that you could address, but it was a blessing, man, because I got Russ. I mean, with KD in my eyes is the greatest scorer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, I just never seen it. Like I haven't seen anything like that efficient at 7 foot. He's 7 foot. He ain't no fucking 6'11", right? That efficient offensively with the complete package. And I know what he used to do. I know the hard work he put in. When you talk about Russ is a guy that, like, again, he never cheat the game. Russ was that guy that gave you swag, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, Bill? Like when you got off the bus on the road and you knew you had this motherfucker on this bus with you and you walking into that arena, Russ gave you that swag going into that arena because you know he was going to bring that fire. It was only certain guys that gave you confidence like that. And I put him in the same conversation with a guy like KG, right? KG bring a different type of dog out of you. Like, KG had you on some shit like, damn, I ain't know I had this in me, on some shit talking shit. That's what Russ was on. But in my eyes, man, Russ top 10 greatest of all time. You know what I mean? MVP.
Numbers show it too.
MVP. Averaged a triple-double 4 times in his career. Man. I can't knock that. I can't knock that.
You know what I want to see? There's a chance he, you know, like Eddie's with the Celtics. That's how I kind of am with the Kings. So I would like, they're looking at him right now. I would like to see him. I think that'd be a good pickup for Sacramento, for him to go to Sacramento.
I want to see him in Milwaukee though. I think I just think with the East being wide open, you got Giannis, you go get Miles Turner, you got Bobby Portis. You put Russ in that situation, man. He still Russ in today's game could still give you 15 and 16 points and 8 assists. I'm not saying it's an upgrade from what they already got.
Yeah, but Perk, he ain't gonna stretch the floor. He ain't gonna give Giannis space to work. He ain't gonna give Miles Turner space to work. He can't create for those other guys. So then the coach has to create a different scheme, a different process. Kind of like how I'm gonna spin this, like how Doc did for you, right? What Doc did for you every single game.
What the fuck you mean? You go?
What the fuck I mean? What did he
Like
do for you?
Huh?
What did he do for you every single game, first play?
He tricked me. He tricked me. He tricked me. That's what Doc did. He fucking tricked me. He tricked me. We gonna give Perk the first play of every single game.
Every single game.
Give him a touch so he can feel good, so his ass can set screens, defend, rebound,
And that's what I'm
block
trying to say.
shots.
That's part of coaching, though. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you bring out the best of players. You got to feel how to massage
He said
somebody.
he was tricked. He tricked him, Eddie. He tricked
He said he tricked him. No, but Perk was feeling good though. Like hell yeah. Boom with his back, and boom, and then go to that jump hook. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I like Westbrook there because I mean they've been looking for a point guard. You know when Fox left, they tried to move Malik Monk to the one, and it's like the same thing. I compare like Malik to Bobby because I mean they're going to bring you energy off the bench and they're going to give you buckets.
He's a straight scorer.
When you put him in a situation to try to make his team better and make plays for everybody else, that's not his role and it hasn't been his role. And there's probably 1 or 2 years he could have been sixth man of the year. They got Schroeder, but I think Westbrook coming there, he's going to get a lot of time. He'll be able to play, you know, with Sabonis and those other guys. I think he'll be a great addition to that Kings team.
That's not bad because they have shooting, they have spacing. What's the other kid? I can't remember his name. The other guy that played defense, but he can knock down a three.
Keegan Murray?
Yeah, Keegan Murray. He's another guy.
I just think it would be big time to go there because, I mean, like I said, they just picked up Dennis Schroeder, and after that, there's no other point guard.
Right.
There's no other point guard. So, I mean, him coming in, and, I mean, just with Levine, DeRozan, Sabonis, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, I think he won't really have to do much. He'll be able to get his stuff where he gets it in attack and get to the basket because he's going to have shooters all over the court.
Hey, Perk, real quick, you was talking about this, and I want you to elaborate on the point that you made when you were talking about KG could bring something out of you. And this is a two-pronged thing. So the first one, and I'm going to ask you this, then the second one, I'm going to have you tell a story that we both know about about KG.
Perk is a fool, man.
All right, so look, what was the influence? Like you came in. Wait, what university you go to? Because you love to say it.
Oh yeah, University of Cash. Only a few of us. Me, Cole, KG. You know what I'm saying? Hey, only a few of us able to skip that college level and go ahead and take that leap. Braun. You know. Hey,
so look though. Understand. Perk locker was right next to mine. You know, game day locker. His locker right here to my right every time. You know what I mean? We sit down, he come on. I got red monkeys on my ass.
I can't believe we spent $800 on them dumbass jeans.
Them dumbass
the
bands.
Shit we was blowing money on.
I was like, you dumb as hell. Y'all used to laugh at my van. I come in with Vans and shit. They be like, what is you doing? I was like, man. So I went and got some Ferragamos one time that they said, oh, you got them weak ass Vans on again? I was like, oh, no, these Ferragamos. These 800. I couldn't believe I spent that money on that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing just to make these niggas feel good? But anyway, back to the
that's why you was wearing them to make them feel good?
No, but just to say, like, nigga, look at the same exact look. You know what I'm saying? It's the same exact look as the Vans. And y'all talking about my Vans, but now I got some 800s on.
But you know how it is. You get a little bit of money, you got to go spend a little bit of it. You know what I mean? That's nothing, you know.
I like to save, though.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying, Perk.
No, I'm going to tell you who like to save more than me is Ty. Ty ain't spending $1 on nothing. He want a free ice. He ain't spending money on nothing.
Hey man, I'm from Oak Cliff, Texas, man. Every little thing matters, man.
What do you say? E-house at the place? Is the dinner gonna be comped?
Is the dinner gonna be comped?
and then I got an 8-man from y'all too. So y'all was 8-man in and high fiving too.
Is the meal included?
Yeah. Big Perk. I'm not afraid to ask, bro.
Wait, let me finish my question though, real quick, Ty. I'm sorry.
No.
So I could get these two off. How big of an influence was Ticket? Because you came from University of Cash. He came from the University of Cash. When In 2008, what was that? Your second year in the league?
Nah, fifth,
You
fourth,
was
fifth.
five, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You got 2004, right? 2004. What influence did he had on you to change your professionalism, your work ethic, and just how you approached everything?
Well, it was two things. One, ticket bought that discipline and that routine, right? Like you hear so many guys talk about what's your pregame routine, what game day look like. Ticket bought that shit because
Yeah.
at you knew you couldn't go get your ankles taped at certain times because Ed Lasert, shout out to Ed Lasert, was gonna be taping Ticket. You knew that you couldn't walk in the weight room at a certain time because Ticket was gonna be in there. You knew that he was gonna have that little bowl of spaghetti and watching fucking Family Guy at right everything he done. And no matter what, you're not gonna play well every single time, right? Like you're not. That's just a game of basketball. But Ticket done everything he done, like he stuck with it. His routine never changed, right? Every single time. That was the biggest thing I learned from him. It was like, nah, dog, have a routine and stay to it. Like have some discipline. You know what I'm saying? Get in the weight room. That was another thing. Like that motherfucker lived in the weight room. We wasn't gonna rush him from after a game. We got to catch a flight at 12, or they try to say, hurry up, get out the showers. We got to get to the bird. We got to back to back. Ain't no use to rushing to the bird. You might as well chill for a minute because we knew KG was gonna lift.
He left after the game?
Hell yeah. And he was gonna get a massage.
Damn.
Yeah, he was gonna get a massage. So we could get on the first or second bus if you want to. You gonna be on the plane waiting like a motherfucker because it wasn't gonna change. But we couldn't tell him nothing because he going out there giving us that 20, 12, and 5 a night. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but I ain't never want to put myself in the conversation with KG. Or I always knew I wasn't him as a franchise guy, but he taught me how to value myself, taught me discipline, and most importantly, not only what he taught me, but the reason that we won in 2008 was because that nigga set the tone.
He did.
From day one at training camp. Yeah. Before Doc said huddle up, KG walked dead in that motherfucker and was like, hey, look, man, this is how we gonna rock this shit. We gonna run this offense through Paul and Ray, and motherfucker, that's what it is. They the first two options. Doc, if you need me, I'm here to get a bucket. KG was the best motherfucker on our squad. But he instantly, from day one, when we was in Rome,
Italy.
He came in Italy, right? He set the tone like, hey, dog, I'm sacrificing. So if I'm doing it, everybody else in this motherfucker could do it.
Yep.
And right there, it was no problems. Because in order to win a championship, you got to put your personal shit behind. And he would always remind every single body in that locker room, whether it was Paul, E-House, myself, Ray, hey, man, look, what we trying to accomplish is bigger than one individual. Like when somebody would get out of character. So we never had to check him. We had to get on him about not taking shots. Hey, man, go to work, man. Fuck you kicking it out for? Oh, no, I got to make sure Big Perk get one every now and then. Man, fuck Big Perk, nigga. We need you to go to work. Real talk, but we had to tell him that. Like, seriously, that was in his nature. Like, so that was the things that KG bought for real.
Hey, Perk, so look, at the other thing is people don't really know about our team in 2008 of like how that team really, really was, right? Like if we had some behind the scenes, you remember the very first practice? The second unit kicked the shit out of the first unit, right?
What you mean by kick the shit? Like
we beat the fuck out of y'all.
No.
Me, Pose, Leon, we went out there and blew the shit out of y'all.
No, y'all didn't blow. Y'all didn't blow. No.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, because you ain't gonna let me finish. Let me finish. We whooped y'all's ass that day, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, y'all turned y'all shit up and really whooped us and turned us up. We was constantly sharpening each other. We had G-Unit runs, all that shit, to where we was really trying to help each other out the whole time. that first practice, I think, kind of set the tone for how our team was. I ain't saying that we was better than y'all. That's ain't what I'm saying. Cause y'all kicked our ass for the rest of the season. But that one practice, that first one, when y'all went out there tiptoeing, y'all got smacked a little bit.
It don't look like Perk believe you, E-House.
No, but that's the truth. Doc even said it. But we gonna move past that. KG story. Tell the KG story about when the doc came in and tried to eat the food before we ate it. The very first.
Who, the coach?
No.
The doctor. The team.
It was a doctor.
The team doctor.
So KG sits right next to the food. By the way, so go ahead, Perk.
So what? E-House is right. They didn't kick our ass, but they beat us. But I'm a strong believer in iron sharpens iron, and I believe that if you're trying to win something big and you're trying to win at a high level, it's good to have competition in the locker room. I think that's a healthy thing, right? Like, you keep motherfuckers on their toes. So what E-House saying is accurate. Like, we used to, real quick, short version of what he was saying, man, we used to hurry up and go win our games just to hurry up and get back in the locker room to talk shit to each other about practice the next day because it was going up. Real talk, this is facts. That's how much the motherfuckers wanted to get at each other at practice. We would hurry up, win the games that we supposed to, get in the locker room and be like, yeah, White, we on y'all ass tomorrow. Like that type of shit. But so KG had these rules, man. Like, he had these rules. He was a diva. Him and Rondo was some fucking divas. They had rules. They needed shit done a certain type of way. KG had this rule that nobody eat before players. So, they start catering food.
Walk around my house with your shirt off, nigga.
They may have Maggiano's or something like that, or some shit going on the table or whatever. Well, we had this doc named Dr. McKeon.
I didn't want to put his name out there. Yeah. I wasn't going to try to put his name.
You're going to tell the story, you got to tell it.
All right, tell it.
They had Dr. McKeon. Now, Dr. McKeon was a great doctor, but he knew he was great. This what makes it funny. Like, he knew he was great. So he young, about 34, 35. He the doc that you go to him and he'll show you like, hey, look, I'm ranked top 100 in the country type shit, right? Like, he that, like, slick hair, like, he walking with swag. So we come in, we at home. And food lined up like right under the little board or whatever. And Dr. McKeon comes in and he had to getting some food, like loading up his fucking plate, pasta, salmon. He loading that motherfucker down. So KG, so Ticket he walk up behind him.
Oh, my bad. I'm laughing so hard. I knocked shit over.
He walking up behind him. He got his robe on, right? Ticket got his robe on, towel. He about to go to the shower. He towering over this nigga, right? So over Doc, he like, hey, man, what the fuck you doing, B? That was his favorite. What the fuck you doing, B? So Doc turned around. He got to play the fool. He like, Cam, what are you talking about? Like that type of shit. Like, motherfucker, you know the rules. Give me this motherfucker play the fool out. Boom! Threw this bitch right in the trash. Now, this a grown-ass man, dog. Takes the man, play the fool, throw it right in the trash. Motherfucker, you don't eat before no motherfucking players walking your ass in here, man. Fuck up out of here, B. And we like, damn. This is a true story, though.
That tone right there. Hey, did anybody eat before us?
Nah.
That was the last time, huh? Look, Perk, so we got this thing going with E-House and Ty, right? So Ty loves the European players. E-House loves the NBA players. So they always fight. So Ty played overseas for a while. So they always fight who are the better players. Give us your top 5 in the NBA right now, whether European, NBA, and let's kind of see where Ty and this E-House and
Please
Ty.
don't go with Ty, man, because I don't want to hear shit from
I'm already there. I'm already there. I'm right there with Ty.
Where's Texas?
Perk, give us your top 5 first. Give us your top 5 first, then we'll go from there.
Well, we're not gonna count the old heads, right? When I say the old heads, we ain't gonna say Steph, Bron, KD. Like, no, we need to talk about the next wave.
Yeah.
So we talking about the next wave. You gotta have Jokic in there, right?
So
You gotta have Giannis in there, and you got to have SGA in there. So in no particular order, those three are in there. Now let's get down to who's the other two, right? If it's me, I'm going with Ant-Man. Ant-Man is in there.
Okay.
And now you're deciding whether or not it's Luka or it's Tatum. You know what I'm saying? To me, Luka, Tatum might have to get a slight nod to Luka. So now that's 4 out of my 5 that are international players. And the reason being is because I blame motherfuckers for not stepping up in America and voicing and correcting this AAU basketball that motherfuckers get mad at me
I've been
about.
saying that.
Because you know this, Ty. How many games y'all play a week? I mean the kids that are the ones that are young. How many games a week they play? One.
In Europe, one. And it's all practice. Yep.
And it's all practice.
Yep.
These motherfuckers missing the whole thing, the whole boat when it comes down out here in America, and we still haven't caught up. Our last 5 or 6 MVP, the MVP trophy. I'm waiting for an American to win the MVP. When?
Yeah. Come on, Andy, say something. Come on, now. Don't get quiet now.
I was letting him talk. I was letting him talk, but I'm gonna talk right now.
I'm done talking.
Okay, well, okay, cool. Well, so now you're done talking. I'm gonna start talking then.
Yeah,
Shit.
Okay. Quiet. I ain't never heard.
No, I ain't get quiet. No, I ain't get quiet. At the end of the day, if you was to put a team of 10 players together, you think you could put 10 international players against 10 American players and they'll win that fucking game? You got to be out your motherfucking rabbit ass mind.
Why?
Shit.
Why? Hold on, time out. We're not putting Braun, Steph, and KD in this.
But you can't exclude them though.
Yeah, we can because
that's just because you can.
No, bro.
No, you can't exclude. You can't exclude a motherfucker that's still averaging 25, 6, and 7 or whatever, and that's the same numbers that Luka's averaging, and say we gonna exclude that. That don't matter. Okay, we gotta include that.
Okay, well include him.
And we can't exclude what Steph does.
Okay,
but E-House, he's saying the next wave. So the next wave coming in is more international.
Wave is different. That's a different conversation.
No, it's not.
From right now.
Because I told you to take out the 3 niggas that's senior citizens that we know is a given, and we like E-House. Okay, you say we can't put a team together, but I can name 5 hitters right now. Jokic, Giannis, SGA, Şengün.
SGA, first off, let me correct your geography. You know what I mean? SGA is in North America. Okay? We are in North America.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he North American. Just get your geography right. He's not a European. He's not from over there. European, international. Okay, international is different than European.
Okay,
than European. Okay,
I know my geography. See, when you wrong, you try to find holes in shit. Like you
no. Don't do that to me. I know what.
And
about geography.
And Wemby.
Okay. I ain't rolling with Wemby right now. Are you?
Wagner.
Wagner. He could hoop. I'll give him credit. He could hoop.
You ain't rolling with what?
France. What about Paolo? Since we talk about youngsters, what about Paolo?
I love Paolo.
He's the best player on their team.
Yeah, for sure.
So why would you put this dude over him? You understand what I'm saying? Then you got Ant-Man, right? If we want to talk about young waves, let's talk about young waves then. Okay, let's
give me some American young waves then. Yeah.
You want me to? I'm finna right now. I'm finna fix my glasses. You understand what I'm saying? You dig? And so, I'm gonna give you the young wave. We got the Ant-Man. I ain't stalling. We got Ant-Man. Jason Tatum for sure. You know what I'm saying? We got
he's injured.
Because I want to do like the side, like the side. We got Paolo. You know what I mean? We got Devin Booker. Okay. Oh, you don't like Devin Booker? You don't like Devin Booker?
Why you do that, Perk?
Because Devin Booker we can't.
He's talking about the new wave. We talking about the new wave. You said, right?
Man, the motherfucker came in the league when he was 18 years old.
It don't matter, E-House. It don't matter. Is Devin Booker?
You talking about like a four-year kid?
Is Devin Booker a superstar?
I think he's a star.
Okay.
You don't think he's a star?
I think he's a borderline. He's a every year All-Star caliber player that sometimes gets substituted in for injury as an All-Star. We talking about all NBA niggas, dog. When I name Giannis, Jokic, SGA, we talking about all
Giannis
NBA niggas.
Yeah, you can't use Giannis because he old. Because I used somebody else, and you was
fuck
like, no,
Giannis,
you
what?
can't use that. Giannis is old.
Oh man, E-House, you all over the place today. Let me ask y'all. Not real talk.
As always. Always.
That ain't
I
always.
want to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all something. Serious, real talk.
Ask me something.
I was in the group message with my boys, right, from high school, and I told them, now we could get into the whole conversation of whether or not, we need to correct the NBA Hall of Fame for basketball, the Basketball Hall of Fame, however you want. It is what it is. I told them, and this is me being non-biased, but me going by resume, that Rajon Rondo should be in the Hall of Fame. Rajon Rondo should get a jacket. And they said, well, give me an example. I said, listen, man, he led the league in assists 3 years, led the league in steals a year, right? Like first team all defensive player twice, 4-time All-Star, like two NBA championships, one with the Celtics, one with the Lakers. And I said, listen, I get it. Reggie Miller, all-time great, one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. Reggie Miller only got five times where he went to the NBA All-Star game. Was the NBA All-Star. Reggie Miller has never been first or second team All-NBA. He made third team All-NBA 3 times. So when I'm looking at it on paper, I'm looking at Rondo resume and I'm saying, hold on. Like, what we doing? So I just want to know what y'all think. How y'all feel about it? Real talk.
I feel like Rondo is probably the smartest, one of the smartest players I played with. You know what I mean? I feel like he's a basketball savant. You know what I mean? The way he broke down film was different. The way he saw the floor was different. Mike was a great point guard. You know what I'm saying? And I think Mike was one of the best point guards I played with. Steve Nash was one of the best point guards I played with. Then I look at Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd and Rondo, to me, are like right here because they both got you open. Like, you didn't even know you was open. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're like, oh, shit. Oh, back. You know what I mean? Let me get this thing off. You know what I'm saying? Or you know how it is. Perk, sometimes, half of the time, Perk, you probably was getting hit with a pass you wasn't even ready for. Like, shit, I thought he was finna lay that motherfucker up. But here you go with a dime. Or I'm just running the flow and all of a sudden, boom, it's right in your hand. So that's how J Kidd was and Rondo was. They seen shit way before. So I think Rondo for sure should be in the Hall of Fame.
Everything's political, man. Everything's political in this situation, no matter how you look at it. Sometimes they'll go by numbers, sometimes they'll go by championships, sometimes they'll go by all NBAs. It just depends on who you're really talking to. I think Rondo had a great career. I think he deserves to be in that too as well for the numbers he put up and the teams that he led. Because he led. From going against you guys when we were at the Hawks that year, it looked like he was one of the leaders on the team, probably being one of the youngest players on the team too as well. You know what I mean? So I don't know what was going on in that locker room to where, you guys look like you had a lot of understanding for each other to where, like, if you fuck up, then it's okay. Get to the next play. A lot of teams ain't like that. A lot of teams will let you know, like, man, come on, man, make a damn shot. Like, what are you doing? Instead of trying to pump you up. And you guys look like you had that. And to be the head of that snake, it would be tough to, it'd be tough to do that. Put yourself in a situation as a point guard, playing with those type of guys, the caliber players that you have, and being a leader for them. So for sure.
For me, not being on an NBA court with him and being a fan, more or less, I think Perk, you're privy to what he did in the locker room, and most media aren't. right? You know how much of a leader he was, and his numbers are great. But do you think it's because he wasn't media friendly? Maybe that's the reason why they give him the votes.
And that's what I don't know, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean? Rondo was one of the ones that'll tell a media member, I don't fuck with you. Or
yeah,
get the fuck away from me. Or I ain't talking to you. I saw what
right,
you said type shit. Or throw it in your face when he went out there and did something, you know what I'm saying, that you said that he couldn't do
yeah,
or didn't do, right? He was one of them. You know, I was just because I saw his little thing for his football shit with flag football, the quarterback. We already knew, E-House, you knew this, with Rondo, like he was walking in the locker room at times talking about he might retire early to go try out for the NFL. Like we've been knowing, and he was serious though. He was like, man, get your ass out of here. But he was serious about that shit. And everything that motherfucker do, he's trying to compete and be the best
yeah,
at it. So
yeah,
that flag football shit with him being the number one quarterback in flag football as an
Don't
adult,
surprise you.
it didn't surprise me because that's who he was. But I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, E House brought up breaking down film. You know how at any level, when you watch a film as a player, you're watching it and you got your coach that you watch it with, right? It's this coach year round who's there on the coaching staff, whether it's the second assistant, third assistant, big man coach. That's who you watch individual film with. Rondo ain't had that motherfucker because Rondo, just like all the coaches got a laptop, he had a laptop.
mm,
And motherfuckers didn't believe me that we would be on the plane. E-House, how many times we playing Blu-ray? You was in a baby Blu-ray game over there playing for $40, but the real ones was playing in the high state.
Now he lying. Now he
Hey,
lying.
the real ones was in the high state game. But Rondo walking around with his laptop. Hey, hold on real quick. Look, hey,
Look at
when
this.
I'm running right here and I'm pushing it right here, get here. I promise you I'm gonna hit you. All right, look, right here. This is how we gonna play this shit the next time. This ain't
Yep.
with no coach.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why.
His-
That's why I
That's my
said he
point,
was
Perk.
a.
Nobody knows that though. Like the
Yeah.
media
That's why
don't
he
know
was.
those stories.
I know that story. That's why he was a savant. A lot of times, me and Rondo sat next to each other, and we would be looking at film, and I would trip out how he broke it down. It was totally different on how I ever looked at film. A lot of times when I was looking at film, I'm looking at myself and what I could do better. He was looking at not only himself, but he was looking at everything else in the game and how he could make it easier for all the other players. And because he knew that if this happened, this was going to happen. You know, he
Yeah,
was playing chess, not checkers, man. At
He,
the end of
yeah,
the day, Rondo,
KG and
I'll give you
Paul,
this story. I'll
KG
give you
Paul and Ray, KG Paul and Ray ain't give him the keys. That nigga took them keys.
this. Right.
mm,
Hey, Perk, you know what the crazy shit is? So we used to walk out together, me and him. You know, we run out, you know how we ran out or whatever. But before we ran out, you know, we coming down that tunnel right there. And we walking, and I'll never forget this time. Is we about to play Chris Paul, and he was like quiet, never said shit. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, yeah, these motherfuckers think this motherfucker way better than me, man. I'm finna go out here and boom. And went out there and handled his business, right? Against Chris Paul. He didn't like Chris Paul. He didn't like Steve Nash. He didn't like point guards, period. But if it was a big name point guard, Rondo was showing up. And I remember we was playing somebody that was lightweight. I don't know who, Luke Ridnour or somebody like that. And he was, you know, didn't have that same kind of, I feel from him when I was walking with. I said, Rondo, man, you got to do this shit every single night. It don't matter who it is. You kill him even more. And, you know, he still didn't say shit. He went out there and handled his business. But that's the one thing about him. It was the competition of these motherfuckers think they better than me. And
yeah,
he go out there and handle that business. And, you know, that's what made Rondo so great,
Yeah.
man.
That's the
what
mindset.
made
That's
him
the mindset
and he's
of
a basketball
that's the
savant.
mindset of a great player. Knowing like every time you come out, you got to go prove yourself and let them know, hey, I'm better than this guy. You know, you got to have that mindset.
yeah.
You gotta
So,
have it.
so let's pivot right quick. Before we pivot, the last American MVP was in 2018. You guys know who?
We about to be in 2026.
I know, dog. Say, I'm with you, Perk. Come on, Eddie. You guys know the last MVP,
Mm-mm.
2018. Who was it?
2018. Who was it? James Harden or Russ?
Yep, James.
Yeah,
Okay.
James Harden. 2018.
It's about to be a fucking decade.
Say,
Damn.
man, and it's not even close. Ain't even close. Maybe Ant-Man. Besides
Hey,
that,
Ty, I'm not in denial. That nigga
okay,
eat house
appreciate
food.
it.
What the? Hey,
You don't like
got a
that, Perk.
question.
Perk, you don't
What
like
kind
that,
of-
dog.
Hey, what kind of water they serving out there in Texas? Because both of y'all niggas drinking the wrong type of water.
Quick pivot, man. Perk, I'm gonna give you your flowers. I didn't hear you talk much as a player, but what a pleasant surprise, bro. This next chapter of your life. I think you are freaking phenomenal. I love all the cliches, all them country. I love it, bro. But my question is, or what two of them? Please talk about this chapter of your life. And secondly, how many friends have you lost because you're honest?
Oh man. So this chapter, this shit actually happened by accident, to
Okay.
be honest with you. Right? Like my whole mindset was I wanted to be an assistant coach, right? I went to Chicago. I wanted to be an assistant coach, a big man coach. And I wanted to like gradually work my way up to being a head coach one day because I feel like big men don't fucking get the respect that they supposed to get. And
That's
that's why
true.
we don't see a lot of big men on the sideline, especially in the NBA, right? You
Yeah.
probably don't see none, to be honest with you, right? And so one day I was on Twitter. I was never a social media guy when I was playing. And I remember I tweeted out, I was like, damn, Marcus Smart know he wasn't supposed to help off strong side corner. And I got a direct message, a DM from the producer at Fox who was doing Undisputed that time with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And he was like, hey, Perk, and this is when I was borderline, not retiring. I just got back from the G League trying to find my way. You know, when that door closed
Yeah.
and that phone stopped ringing, not and you got to be forced to retire, but like you don't retire on your terms. And so all of a sudden, I get a DM. They like, hey, you want to come on with Skip and Shannon? This was like in March. And I was like, yeah. They was like, we're going to circle back in like a week, man. We'll fly you up, pay for your hotel and shit. And I was like, all right, cool. So I went up there for a week. They was like, hey, you want to come back for the rest of the season and playoffs? I'm like, shit, fuck it. Right? And then all of a sudden, ESPN, right? They contacted me personally, like on email, like, hey, we want you to try to do the car wash. Car wash is when they send you through Sports Center, Get Up, all the fucking shows. And I remember I came on there and I gave a hot take. It went over a lot of people's heads, but it really wasn't a hot take. This is when Kawhi was on the fucking mission, right? In Toronto. And I was like, man, Kawhi Leonard, his game mimics Michael Jordan. The shit went viral, right? People thought I was actually comparing him to Mike. Like, no. You watch Kawhi, a lot of his shit, the way he palm the ball, the way he play out of the mid post, the way that he gets his spots, pull up, turnarounds over both shoulders, the way he defends, all that shit, like it mimics Mike. And then all of a sudden, like they go on this run and the rest was history. And it was like, shit, like I'm here. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I got so many regrets that I had as a player, right? Whether it was what I was doing in the off season, right? Get back off season, I got shit 50 blunts rolled up. I'm blowing my head back, knowing I should have been in the gym. Gang was involving. Motherfucker telling me to work on the corner three because that'll help you extend your career. I'm smoking. I'm sipping drink. I'm at the strip clubs. I ain't lying. I had a lot of regrets. I had a good career. I'm blessed about it. It could have been better if I was in the lab. I wasn't in the lab. So when I got this opportunity, I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm not gonna have no regrets in this career. Like, this is another chapter of my life. I didn't close that book. And now it's really about this because as a role player, like for as myself, like those doors ain't open for us to walk into media spaces, especially at ESPN. right? Or any other big network. Now the Hall of Famers, franchise guys, whether they great at TV or not, they roll the red carpet out. They get an opportunity, right? So once I saw, I'm like, oh shit, people, they loving this country boy from Beaumont. Yeah, I speak with broken English. Yeah, I'm gonna come with these old sayings that I didn't heard from my uncles and shit at the domino table or the spade table. I'm gonna put this on TV.
Or the one I gave you where you stole it
Shut
from me
the fuck.
and didn't give me no fucking credit for it when I gave you that one.
You told me, Mom.
I'm mad at that shit.
Hey,
You
don't
didn't give
be
me
mad.
no credit
Hey,
for
don't be
it.
mad about his house. It was, you know
Hey,
what I'm
wait.
saying? It's Big Brother,
What
Little Brother.
was that? What was that one? Just so
I
you can
forgot.
say.
We'll talk about it later.
On the ass.
No.
They say he was on his ass like a diaper on a baby. That's what.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was nice. That was nice. That was one of your best one-liners. You know what I'm saying? I had to steal that one. That was worth stealing. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I was like, man, I'm not gonna take for granted this, and I'm a attack it, right? So I started really studying this shit. I started picking people's brains. I started learning what television is like, right? How to go about television, how different shows requires a different version of Kendrick Perkins. I got under the armpit and leadership of Stephen A. Smith, right? Like a lot of people, because his show, his First Take, it's a debate show. Man, he go ruffle the feathers. But he said an interview a while back that went over a lot of people's heads, right? He said, I wake up every day to see how to make my boss's money, and then I see how to get some of it. He's had the #1 show for 12 straight years in the morning. Whether you like him or not, you tuning in. He make ESPN billions of dollars. I watched him do it. So I didn't watch him then go back and get some of it. I'm going to go show you how to get $120 million from ESPN. And in that same year, in a few months later, I'm going to circle back and go get $90 million from Sirius XM. And then I'm going to keep my own podcasting rights. Just follow my blueprint. Just listen, young fella. And nobody could tell me nothing about Stephen A. because, quick story, I'm on the back end. This is my second year, right? My second year working at ESPN, I was working days. And days is you may work like 85 days out the year. It's a day rate. You're not a full-time employee. It's a day rate. They may pay you $2,500, $2,700 a day. I run out of days, and we getting close to the playoff time. Stephen A. called. He like, what happened? I just requested you on First Take for this whole entire week. I'm like, I'm out of days. He like, I'm going to call you right back. I'm like, all right, cool. Call me right back. He like, you going to be hearing from the bosses tomorrow. Tore that contract up. I had another year on that contract. Tore that up and gave me a whole nother contract for another 3 years at like $700,000 a year. I'm like, damn, this no agent, no nothing. This all Stephen A. doing. So like, I know what he do for brothers on some real shit. Like I see the platform that he has right now in First Take and how he handpicks who he wants on First Take. And you look up there, you see brothers. You see Cam Newton, right? You see Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears. You see, like he handpicking and he giving you a platform to go and be able to make dollars out of that. So I don't take it for granted. I punch in the clock. I watch as much basketball as I possibly can. I'm reading more than I've ever read because you learn a lot from journalists, right? Like, and you got to be on your shit when you up there with certain journalists because them motherfuckers are sharks when it comes down to studying and knowing the analytics, knowing the numbers, talking to general managers, knowing when the trade go happen, and you better be accurate. Because again, if you're not accurate, the way social media is, they gonna get on your ass. And if you're not accurate and you putting something out there that's not factual, they gonna get on your ass again. And far as losing friends, like, yeah, I didn't hurt relationships. But again, man, if you know that I'm doing my job and you claim to be my brother and my partner and I'm being honest, long as I ain't crossing the line of being disrespectful, but I'm talking about the game of basketball, I'm not sharing locker room secrets. I'm talking about what's going on between the lines. And you can't respect that, then shit, we couldn't be partners. We ain't supposed to be partners anyway. I don't have room. I don't have room to be biased. I wasn't a Hall of Famer, so my leash ain't as long as a Charles Barkley or a Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I'm on my shit every minute of the fucking hour.
Ask Perk something real quick.
Everything he do, he gotta be so.
He got a lot of bullshit. Perk,
And he
Perk, he
popped
got a
that
lot of bullshit
collar
with him, Perk.
and
He
he
got a lot of
popped that
bullshit
collar.
with him,
A lot
Perk.
of
I
bullshit
know him
with
too well. Go ahead.
I got a few questions for him, man. You know, at the end of the day, again, what you just said, you said that, so I'm gonna say it like Stephen A. eloquently. You know what I mean? Like how you said that, you know, exactly how your path went, you know, and I'm in that media space right now. I'm not on the national, but you know, I'm working with the Celtics and stuff. And you see me when I first started, and just that progression for yourself, you know what I mean? And how many of the days is you away from the house? And hours. Because when the 2022 finals, you was like, man, we working. And so how much of that is takes you away from your family, and especially in the, you know, at the time where your sons are developing in the hoop game?
Like last year, I was gone 4 to 5 days out the week in LA. Right? Like it was times where I was getting on a flight on a Wednesday, land in LA, work all day Wednesday, catch a red eye back that night, be home Thursday morning at 6 in the morning to make a game, to make any type of event my kids was having. Get back on the bird at 6 in the morning, Friday morning, going back to LA. Be in LA Friday, Saturday, Sunday, getting on the red eye, landing Monday morning, being home till Tuesday night back. Like, but it's part of the grind. And everybody ain't cut for it. And the way ESPN is, I love it here. I love the people that I work with, but they want motherfuckers. Not only do you gotta be able to get the eyeballs and deliver, but they want hardworking people. So my Wednesdays, Fridays, that shit start at 6 in the morning West Coast time. I walk out of the studio, it's 11:30 at night. I may start off, I may have Get Up, First Takes, Noon Sports Center, NBA Today, 3 p.m. Sports Center. Then the game start with countdown. So I was away, man. I was away. I was in the studio, and you know, at times, shit, you only got a 7-minute hit, 30-minute hit. So you sitting in the studio, I'm in the green room, shit. I spent more time in there than I did anywhere. They're in the plane, in the damn airplane. So it was like, yeah, they want to know who go punch in that clock. They want to know who's gonna be available. And so it fucked me up because now I got a junior in high school, right? I got an 8th grader, right? Those are my two oldest. My two oldest are both involved with sports. And so I'm missing not just I'm able to make the games, I make that, right? I'm gonna get on the flight, come back, even if I gotta burn out the next morning. But I'm missing the real shit in the trenches. Like the practice time. Like, hey, bro, like, yeah, we about to go hit this hill. We about to get in this weight room type shit. And so, like, now the load been lifted a little bit because we got Charles, Shaq, they coming over. So I'm like, hell yeah, man, my weekends are back free. You know what I'm saying? But it is a sacrifice, man. You all away from your kids. And again, you never want to fuck up because it is a blessing. Being on ESPN platform, I made more money last year in endorsement deals than I did on my actual ESPN contract. And that's just from being visible and being seen on a day-to-day basis. It provides and open up a lot of doors just outside of being able to talk and what we go do for a living anyway.
Mike, you got something?
No, we got that's good. I love Perk. We got in a fight one time. Perk, it wasn't really a fight. We were in Atlanta.
Y'all did.
I wasn't. No, we was in Atlanta, and my son.
Y'all got into it.
Now my son was like 10 years old, and he was on the sideline. You got an and one. I remember you walked past him. You were staring at him. And I was like, motherfucker, don't ever stare at him. That's my son over here. Don't be doing that shit. And we kind of.
Man, where little Bibby at?
It was like it was the Hawks.
I'll tell him Uncle Perk apologize. I probably was tripping. I was tripping.
But
See, that's that KG and
Yeah.
E-House shit, Bill.
you was locked in.
that was your
Nah,
that was your
bullshit, man.
that was y'all attitude over there. You know, y'all was roughhouse and stuff. But I was just like, like I stick up for my son. You walk by and you said something because my son stood up was cheering. You know, he was 10, so he was like, and he said, I heard you say something like, "That's my son, bro. Don't talk to my son." And we just kind of started talking a little bit shit back and forth. And that's kind of story that we had. We kind of stopped after the fact. You get to the point where, you don't want to go any further than what it did. You probably didn't know my son. You see like a little white kid that you think is a white kid over there.
He
You don't
said
know.
a little white kid.
Yeah, Bill, I'm tripping, bro. That didn't. I gotta apologize, man, nephew. I apologize.
I'll tell him, man. I'll tell him. He's 27 now. He's 27 right now. Perk. That was 17 years ago. He's a grown man now, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's
man.
a little red kid, huh?
That's a little red kid right there.
Little red kid.
That's Red's little boy over there.
Red.
Nah,
A little
And
white kid.
remember Jalen was on the sideline too on our team. Remember we had him in Hawks gear. Remember he was at the game with Michael.
I
we got
I
on
don't remember
Jalen
that
Nance
part.
about that shit too.
Yeah.
We got on.
I
You
don't
know what?
remember that part.
Yeah,
Not what I'm saying. We got on Jalen Nance about that, but I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep bringing the real, man, because you know what I'm saying, from a basketball perspective. And I don't like being that one in the middle because how they had this war now, right? Where you have journalists who they're competing for their jobs now, and because more of us as former hoopers are speaking up, right? We're talking and giving our stories, and then we got the former hoopers who, how they had that shit that be like, oh man, they ain't played the game, they don't know, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I appreciate how y'all come because y'all coming with that positive energy, y'all coming with that real shit, and that's the shit that people need to hear, man. And that's the voices that we need to be heard because everything is not a hot take. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't need to be a hot take, and there is a big audience out there for everybody that really want to learn and hear real stories and have some truth behind what they saying. Now, E-House with that American shit, that's a hot take. He know better.
Man, if you don't get the fuck up out of here, man. Hey, but listen, that's the reason why the name of our podcast is named Straight Game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because that's all we kicking, man. We ain't on no bullshit, no felonious shit. We ain't over here trying to side bust on anybody, trying to backdoor anybody, trying to talk bad about anybody. Even though Ty talking bad about the American players,
He didn't talk
you know what I
bad.
mean? Yeah, he do.
Thank
No,
you,
he
Perk.
You,
It's
no,
just,
no,
say,
he
Perk,
didn't
say,
do it
man,
today. He didn't do it today. He didn't do it today. But I'm telling you, behind closed doors, you know, man, he be
Behind
talking
closed
bad
doors.
about the American. Mike, can you vouch for that?
No,
Please
Perk,
don't lie
when did
right now.
honesty
We
become
think it's straight
offensive,
game.
bro? When did honesty
It's
become
not offensive.
When did
It's
honesty
not.
become offensive, bro?
And look, if the Americans,
Well, it's honest that you kind of look like Charles Barkley. How does that come offensive?
If Americans, if Americans feel some type of way about what we saying, then do
Fix
something
that
about
shit,
it.
something
right?
about it.
Yeah.
Don't have to be shit
I'm with
between the
that.
lines.
Do something
I'm
about
with
it.
that. I'm with that.
Stop letting SGA average 30 and shooting over 50%.
No, he too cold.
3 straight years.
Hey, let me ask you this though about SGA. I'm glad you said that before we finna probably wrap this up here in a little bit. You ever see a bead of sweat on that nigga head?
Nah, that's why motherfucker call him Shea Butter.
Hey, ain't he cold? Because I was like, I was looking, I was like, man, this motherfucker been in the game for 27 straight minutes.
Hey, sweat.
He just scored about 19 straight points. Where's the sweat at?
All around swag, bro. And when I met his dad, I realized, I'm like, oh shit, you a real one. You a real one. You a real one. So you really, you a fucking dog. You out there, you got the smile, you know what I'm saying? Your hair go be braided up, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have all that, but you really out there to bust a motherfucker ass. You a real dog. You
And he
raised
do
by
that.
a wolf.
And he do that every single night.
Yeah, facts.
Every single night he gonna give it to somebody. You dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, say Perk, on behalf of everybody, bro, thank you so much, man. It's an absolute pleasure
I
for me
appreciate
personally.
y'all, man, for
Not
real.
really knowing you, but watching you on TV, and you are just as real in person as you are on TV, bro. Please keep that same energy, dog, because we all appreciate that and we all respect that, man. Please hit that like, subscribe button. This is Straight Game Podcast. Thank y'all very, very much for all the love and the support.
Perk, 1, 2, 3, Ubuntu.
I'm Mike Bibby.
I'm Ty Ellis.
I'm Eddie House, host of the Straight Game Podcast.
Each week, we're bringing you real, raw conversations
About sports, life, and family.
Tap into Straight Game wherever you get your podcast. You can also watch all episodes on YouTube.